is the Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Clickbait.
Sabrina Carpenter has agreed to do Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I love this.
Were you like, hey, what has she done there?
I know. I was like, what is she? I thought you were saying we're going into Sabrina. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm loving Sabrina Carpenter. I wish I had an appreciation for her when we saw Taylor at the G, because I would have sat and watched that pre-show with more intent.
Can I tell you a terrible confession?
What?
I missed her because I got there too late. I thought I was going to get there in time, but I had my times wrong, and Taylor started earlier than I thought. And
to be fair, Swanee, Taylor's the only artist I've known to go on at 7:30 p.m.
I know, and to the minute. Like, yes, I love that. I love a punctual queen.
Yeah.
Speaking of queens, the trailer for the Wicked movie has been released. It stars Ariana Grande and an actor that plays Elphaba, the green one, that I don't recognise. I don't recognise her.
I didn't know her face, but I didn't know what from. Like, do you know what I mean?
She must be a musical star of some sort. And I'm delighted to tell the oldies listening that Jeff Goldblum is the wizard.
Oh, is that who that was?
Yes!
Right.
It's Jeff Goldblum.
Also, in ways like of trailer, that's a very long trailer they dropped today.
I know, and we watched every second of it.
3.5 minutes.
I'm very excited about it, but it seems a little premature given that it doesn't get released in America until Thanksgiving weekend.
That's a long time.
Which is the end of November.
They've dropped it real early.
And then we get it a bit later, I think, in Australia, just a touch.
I believe we get it on November 28.
Oh, okay, so only 3 days after Thanksgiving.
Should we have a listen of the trailer?
Yes.
Here's some Ari Grande.
You're green.
I am.
I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks for asking.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me.
What?
To meet the wizard.
I couldn't possibly. This is your moment. I'm coming.
See, I want to hear more singing.
Did you feel like you didn't get enough in the trailer?
Didn't get any. And this is from the musical. This isn't from the show, the movie.
Yeah.
They're holding out on me. This is my favourite song. I feel like I could kick in a jail door.
Right, so if you were running a marathon, this is what's being played.
Yes. Have you got goosebumps? When I first heard it, when I was in the theatre, I was like, what is happening to me? I was like crying.
Yeah, I get it. It's emotional.
And it does that thing where the music dies and it's just the voice and you're like,
touched.
I'm dead now.
My thoughts are with Joel Creasy because the last night on Instagram he was like, what time's the trailer dropping? When can I see it? He will be very excited today.
Yes, it is going to be. I would almost put that on a countdown in my diary. I'm
Huge.
Very, very excited. Now, let's move on to my queen and saviour, Taylor Swift. I'm still loving Tortured Poets. I'm still loving it. It is my go-to. I just listen to that now.
Right.
It's really weird. What does she do? Someone told me very straight-faced that the reason, this is someone we know and respect.
Yeah.
They looked at me and they said, you do realise that the reason Taylor Swift is so popular is because she sold her soul to her devil just after the Red album. Just before the Red album.
Wait, what does that mean? Who's the devil? Like to the devil?
Yes. She brokered a deal with the devil and then in return she gets all this popularity. I'm sorry. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but that's nuts.
That is ridiculous. My housemate tries to say things like that Beyonce sold herself to the devil and that's why she's got that voice. I'm like, what are you reading and what are you listening to? That's not true.
Get off the dark web.
Correct.
For God's sake. Sophie Turner, she's been very quiet ever since her very public split from her husband Joe Jonas. Remember?
Got nasty.
Yeah, they split up and then everyone was saying, oh, where are the kids? And she was viewed as somehow less than because she was a woman. Yeah. Anyway, she has sat down and done a gorgeous interview where she talks about Taylor Swift. Sophie Turner's from Game of Thrones and other things, in case you're wondering. But she said, I was forging a new friendship with Taylor Swift at the time that my marriage broke down because Taylor actually went out for 5 minutes with Joe Jonas. Anyway, Sophie Turner says, Taylor was an absolute hero to me this year. when I found myself in New York City in September without a place to stay. Can you imagine? 2 little kids.
And you've just split up with your partner? Yeah, that's rough.
I reached out to Taylor in the hope that she might know someone who was renting, and Taylor immediately offered up her place to me for free. I've never been more grateful to anyone than I am for her, because she took my children and me and provided us with a home and a safe space. What a queen.
Oh, imagine the cat hair in Taylor's apartment. Gross.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
The trailer for Wicked, the movie, has dropped today. We still have to wait till the end of November, but I think it'll be worth it.
Same, and I can't wait to hear how excited Joel Creasy will be on Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel after 4.
God, so excited.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
I do love a conspiracy theory, and by I do love a conspiracy theory, I love to listen to them with a straight face and then laugh all the way home. Generally, I have never heard a conspiracy theory that makes sense to me.
Okay. I'm with you there, Swanee, because I think we're quite, what's the word?
Realistic.
We're realists. That's exactly what I was looking for, yeah.
And we actually have spoken earlier today about the Taylor Swift conspiracy that she sold her soul to the devil in order to be popular. And your housemate says that Beyonce sold her soul to the devil for the
Voice.
Wow, he's really doing some good trade there, the devil, isn't he? Well, Avril Lavigne, she was the victim of a conspiracy theory that I only found out either this year or last year. It all blurs into one. But apparently the Avril Lavigne that we know and love died in a very serious accident and was replaced by a girl that looked exactly like her called Melissa.
We've even got a name.
About 2 or 3 years into Avril Lavigne's career. She sat down on a really popular podcast
Call Her Daddy.
Call Her Daddy. And they chatted about it.
There's a conspiracy theory that I'm not me. Honestly, it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? Like, I feel like I got a good one.
But is it, okay.
I don't think it's like negative.
So your name is Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
But
I knew you half believed it.
I sort of, it's the only one that makes sense to me.
It
no,
does.
I'm joking.
And the way she spoke about it though, Swanee, she wasn't being super convincing that it's not true.
No, she wasn't at all. But obviously it is untrue.
That is Avril.
God, she's got some great tunes.
She does.
Or is it Melissa that has the great tunes?
No.
I guess we'll never know.
I think it's Avril. I think Melissa came in around the girlfriend time.
Oh,
this is Avril, though.
Yeah. She's very, very good. All right, let's move on to Gwyneth Paltrow. She's living your dreams. She has undergone a whole body scan. Have you heard about these?
I haven't. I want to do one so bad.
They're so expensive.
They are. They're like thousands.
She's obviously done it for free because everything happens to Gwyneth Paltrow for free. But it must be very expensive if she's agreed to post in return for it, you know?
Correct, Swan. You know that there's like 5 figures involved.
Yeah, so you get into an MRI and it... Oh, God, that was the greatest 40 minutes of my life. No one could get me.
You loved it, didn't you?
I loved it.
And you were playing this?
Oh, God, I was like, when it was over, I said, I want another go. You've got to admit, does that sound relaxing to you? Or
That sounds like absolute hell. That sounds like Satan is running the machine.
Tom loves it.
I loved it.
Tom loved it too.
Yeah, I had an MRI on my head and I loved it.
See, I want one.
Are you all right? Is your head all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's all good.
It's a long, boring story, don't worry.
Okay, great. Well, Gwyneth had a body scan and you want one. What do you want it to find?
I just want to know that everything's okay.
Oh, well, you want to know that there's actually a beating heart in there, don't you?
Totally. Like, I just think it would be so good to know that you've got nothing to worry about. And how good that we live in a world where you can do prevention things like this.
No, but they're too expensive.
Yeah, true.
I love this. A mission statement on Prenuvo's website. That's the brand of the machine. You can just hear it. It's like a Tom Cruise movie.
The Kardashians did it on their show.
Oh, did they?
The Prenuvo.
At Prenuvo, we are on a mission to flip the paradigm from reactive sick care to proactive health care. You can just hear it, can't you?
Your American accent is like better than your Australian accent. I
Is
love
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Can you say Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next?
Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.